Hi all, welcome to my Foundation SBC guide. Now this is just hope and pray really more than anything, because obviously the full game's not out. Web app access, as far as I'm aware at the moment, I don't know if it's live or not, because by the time this video was done, it could be sorted, might not be, and I'm just trying to be prepared for you guys so that you know how to do the SBCs to an extent before they obviously are live. Now I've done a bit of digging using database and obviously just tried to make sure I've nailed down the requirements, and here's hoping we're obviously sorted like with the top 1000 players. So what you'll find is I've only done the League and Nation hybrid squads, the squads for hybrid nations where they're just gold squads, even not god squads. That'd be a right laugh. And then hybrid leagues is from 7 league boots, the whole 9 yards first XI. So we've got 10 of the 12 done for you to use the squad examples. Obviously people may use other variants, some of them may not actually work, but I have tried to go through Footbin, I've tried to go through other, like, there's like a couple of SBC sites out there and do the coding and stuff, but at the same time try to just do it yourself, get used to the new chemistry system. It's quite important, and just making sure you can kind of tick off what the requirements are at the same time. So done all the waffling, let's get through the routes and take it from there. So League and Nation Hybrid is Challenger for the first one. Leagues exactly is 3. So in our example here we have got Serie A, La Liga, and then La Liga Segunda Division, or La Liga 1, 2, 3. They always get renamed into FIFA depending on what obviously they've got for the license. Fairly straightforward squad, just went a gold squad, and obviously it falls under players from same region or country, max 6. So we've got 6 Spanish and 5 Italian. Got a couple like hyperlinks in there with or strong links for like Fiorentina and Inter Milan with Real Sociedad, just to help it out. Obviously for this as well, players from same league as max 6. Chemistry points is exactly 32. Number of players in squads 11, and it's a 4-4-2 formation, and fairly straightforward from there. Second one is advanced. This one fairly straightforward, nothing too strange about this. This is 3 leagues exactly, then 4 countries or regions exactly. Players from same country or region is max 6. We then have from there players from same league as a maximum of 5. Team overall rating of 79, and minimum chemistry points is exactly 29. Now I've managed, and this is in a 4-5-1 second variant. Now I've got 32 chemistry points, and as far as I believe it still works. But I think that's mainly because I've got hyperlinks in for days more than anything. Now if they were to try and address the chemistry to say, oh, this needs fixed, then I'm not quite sure how. Like, I would assume it would just be Dolberg, for example, you just swap out for an out of position player. I think that's all it is. If that's how the systems try to be this FIFA, by being exactly, then I'm quite worried, because if they're trying to do exactly, then it's going to make SBCs a lot harder, because it's too much, it's precision then. You're having to rely on too much. But basically the team is Terracano, De Marcos, Varai, Ben White, Baraghi, Smith Rowe, Shelby, Oliver Torres, Bonaventura, Alex Berengu, and Dolberg. Fairly straightforward squad. As said, 32 chemistry, done and dusted. Fiendish is Fiendish by name, Fiendish by nature. 4 leagues, 5 countries, exactly. Players from same country or region is maximum of 3. I love how they say region, man. It's the same country. Like, just make it easy for us all. Players from same league is max 4. Team overall rating is minimum 80, and chemistry points is minimum 25 in a 4-2-2. We've gone with Nick Pope, Hugo Mayo, Pizzella, Harry Maguire, Javi Galan, Isco, Xhaka, Kramer, Hoffman, Mbolo, and Alario. So we've kind of tried to boost up a little bit with Pope, Maguire, and Isco, and even Hoffman for that matter. But fairly straightforward, ticks everything off as far as I believed. I've sat down, like, making sure, does this tick that, does that tick that, and I'm even like trying to use these SBC things that's like some of them don't some of them may have these squads, but then do they have them precise at the same time? But regardless, fairly straightforward. A few of these ones as well, you could easily, with a bit of cleverness, you'd link up the same kind of like players and with like same clubs as it were. I think it's going to be a common theme this FIFA for SBCs, but hey ho. Puzzle Master has had a massive drop, going from being like the usual like 82 rated squad down to 80, and the chemistry points is now down to only being at 20. So big drop, and like obviously it was quite a tedious. I think this could be one now that if you're very clever could actually be done without loyalty looking at it. So basically Puzzle Master is 5 leagues exactly, 7 countries, players from 1 club maximum 2, team overall rating of minimum 80, chemistry points is 20, 11 players obviously in your squad, and a 3-4-3. So we've gone with Swallow, Maguire, Lenormand, Victor Ruiz, Forgan Hazard, Vanaken, Guendouzi, Wolf, Kuvaleski, Raul Garcia and Harvey Barnes. I think looking at it, Harvey Barnes, because I'm still trying to get used to like alternate positions, I think it's with Barnes, he's a left mid but it's also like left wing or something. So I'm going to assume you need a position modifier probably on him to make it work, but regardless, should be fairly straightforward. Obviously, there is probably little bits that you could maybe do to make it a little bit easier still. Your best, as I said, your best advice is trying to stick it to as many players, like same teams as much as possible. That's going to be the theme, I think, this FIFA, which is a bit annoying, but I suppose we'll all just have to kind of work with it like accordingly, and how to be smart. So from League of Nation Hybrids we move over to Hybrid Nations. Very straightforward. What I find quite handy about like Hybrid Nations, Hybrid Leagues is it's just, you generally just keep it to like 1 league and it's pretty much straightforward. Like in Hybrid Nations case, Hybrid Leagues is just 1 nation. So Hybrid Nations, the first one is obviously 6 of the best, because Final 4 is mainly a silver squad. Well, bronze, silver and gold if depending on how you build it. But 6 of the best is countries or regions exactly 6. Players from same country or region is maximum 3. Players from 1 club's max 3. Team overall rating is 75. Chemistry points is minimum 25. Number of players is 11 and a 4-4-2. So we've gone with Muller, Brunner, Anton, Friedrich, Uwijan, Izuki, Kone, Fulgini, Mole, Thiago Thomas and Botius. Apparently works all fine. Obviously Botius is just thrown in just because we've met the chemistry points that's required, and that's pretty much it really. Nothing too strenuous about that. Obviously he's not got any chem, but done and dusted as far as I believe. Would probably still be quite easy to rectify if need be anyway, I think, like looking at it. But yeah, so fairly straightforward, nothing too strenuous. Elite 8, last FIFA when I did these, I think this was just Eredivisie, and it looks like we'll be sticking with it. Elite 8 is countries or regions exactly 8, players from same country region max 2, players from 1 country max 3, so that's where you've got to be a little bit wiser. Player quality exactly gold, chemistry points minimum 27, obviously 11 players in your squad, and a 4-3-3. So we've got Unerstal in net with Yilmaz at right back, because one, he's Turkish, but also he is at Fortuna Sittard, so it just makes it really easy for not having to stress about like AZ or PSV or Feyenoord or any other teams really. You've kind of nailed it all down basically. It's ticked off. Biscagli, Blind, Max, Classy, Koku, Alvarez, Maduiki, Pavlidis and Carlson. So nothing too strenuous. Got it sorted. Let's see, we've got 3 from AZ, 1 from Twente, 1 from Fortuna Sittard, 1 from Feyenoord. Ajax has 3, and then PSV take up the final 2. So as I said, 30 chem, 78 rating, Nothing too strenuous. And for that matter, probably a lot of folk will probably go Eredivisie, Liga NOS, kind of as their like Elite 8, because it's actually a very good one to work with, if I'm actually honest. And then around the world is always usually Prem. I don't know why, it's like usually a common one. La Liga's quite common as well for it. Serie A. But around the world is countries or regions exactly 10, rare players minimum 8. Chemistry points per player is 3, so you've got to be if you worked out, you've got to have all 11 players on chem for 3 points. Team overall rating of 81, chemistry points minimum 33. I don't know why I say minimum, and it should just be exactly. Number of players in 11, and formations in a 5-2-1-2. So we've gone Fabianski, Wan-Bissaka, Alessandro Martinez, Aguerd, Zuma, Digne, João Moutinho, John McGinn, Pablo Fornals, Scamacca, and Raul Jimenez. So if you've kept count with all your countries, we've got 10, with France taking up the mantle with 2. So obviously very straightforward with that one, and just done and dusted really with Hybrid Nations. Obviously Final 4, you're just waiting for like more database to appear, so that way you can know what bronzes, silvers, or even the odd gold to throw in. But yeah, you generally, that's quite a straightforward one. You'd probably generally go like a silver league, like a league that's commonly full of silver. So you might go like the Polish league, for example, or that's generally your smarter shoots, is your non-league SBC leagues. But yes, that's that fully done and dusted. Hybrid leagues now, we move into 7 league boots, whole 9 yards, and first 11. We could obviously give me 5 is commonly another silver based squad as well, bronze and silver. Very straightforward, nothing too strenuous, but regardless, 7 league boots squad, we have gone with all German. We've gone with Unerstal, Friedrich, Boateng, Halstenberg, Trossard, Pascal Gross, Dema, Ozil, Wolf, Undav, and Draxler. Ozil, alternate position is right mid for what has been given it, like according to the game. So obviously requirements is leagues exactly 7, players from same league is max 3, players from one club is maximum 3, chemistry points per player is minimum 1, team overall rating is 78, chemistry points is 25, number of players is obviously 11, and it's in a 3-4-3. So this should be right as far as I believe, because Ozil's alternate position is right mid. But I think it's not until, I think it's going to take, once we actually see it in full release, to kind of get understanding. Like, I think even when we're maybe doing it in the beta, were we doing it right, were we doing it wrong? Now that we know alternate positions, it'll maybe make a little bit more sense, and maybe makes SBCs a little bit more easier to understand, knowing, oh, we've got Ozil, we can put him at cam, or we can have him at right mid depending on the SBC. Whole 9 yards, we've moved to France with 9 leagues, players from same league is maximum 2, players from one club is maximum 2. So you see a trend here. Rare players minimum 6 in the starting 11, that's fairly straightforward. Team overall rating is minimum 80, chemistry points is minimum 30, 11 players in the squad, and a 4-4-2 second variant, which is the CDM one. So we've gone with Butez, Rozier, Umtiti, Boscagli, Digne, Lamar, Kamara, Coquelin, Molly, Lacazette, and Bugel. Obviously a bit high with Digne and Lamar, but it's to kind of compensate in other departments, because you're trying to get the 9 leagues in. You're trying to make sure it's maximum 2 from the same league. So we've got like 2 from the Premier League and 2 from La Liga, but the rest is all just 1 league. But yeah, very straightforward. It's just been a case of try to be smart with what's out there. Like Umtiti, I get the feeling could be a very useful SBC type card for the start of FIFA 23. And then first 11, you've guessed it, it's going to most likely be Brazil. France will probably be quite common as well, probably once we get the full database. But for now, Brazil is what everyone's seen with the top 1,000 players, and also for what's generally been released by clubs. So it's 11 leagues, exactly gold, 3 chemistry points per player. So you've seen the trend here at the moment. Minimum is 8 rares. Team overall rating is just a gold squad basically. Chemistry points exactly 33, number of players 11, and it's in a 4-1-4-1. We've gone with Mateus, Danilo, Sydney, Bruno Viana, Danilo, Cecina, Gerson, Arthur, Fernando, Louis Araujo, and Romarinho. Romarinho is centre forward, but he's alternate position striker. Fernando's CDM, but he's alternate position centre mid. Arthur is centre mid, but he's a CDM for an alternate position. And Cecina is left wing with alternate position being left mid. So if you've kept tabs of your leagues, we've got the Portuguese League, Serie A, second like La Liga 1, 2, 3 or Segunda Division for Spain, so second tier, Chinese Super League, Bundesliga, K-League, Liga 1, Premier League, Turkish League, MLS and the Saudi League. So very straightforward. Obviously the only way you're getting the free chemistry points on everybody is because of Brazil. There's absolutely no chemistry points coming from any other area. Like literally they're not making up another chemistry point. You're literally, Brazil is literally all is what is making this work, and like near enough the exact position. That is literally the only way it's pulling off. But yeah, it's quite not necessarily tedious, it's just getting your head around the new chemistry style and seeing what works, what doesn't work, and actually making sure that you're ticking off the requirements. Now in terms of all the packs and rewards, I've seen different things said. Obviously last year's packs, League and Nation Hybrid was 1 rare mixed players, 1 premium gold players, 1 mega and 1 rare mega. That was 125k worth of packs. Your group reward was a kit and a 13k coin, so not too bad. Hybrid Nations was 117k worth of packs for your trouble, for just the initial group, by the way. So you like your group reward was a rare mega pack, so that's 55k pack, then a 50k pack of a rare players, prime gold 45, a gold players, and then an electrum. So if you've done your maths, you're near enough like 170k worth of packs from there. Hybrid leagues is kind of same again, nearly 170k worth again, for just completing it, which was a prime mixed players, 1 prime electrum, 1 mega, 1 rare players, and a rare mega pack for your once you've completed it as a group. As I said, packs may have been changed for FIFA 23. Wouldn't surprise me, they might have made it like, you know, like those like 82 plus packs or whatever. They might have done something, or like a guaranteed board pack, or 5 times 81s or whatever, you know, or like 10 times 75s or whatever. You never know. They play about with these kind of, like, they're going to add new packs in, and as I said, we'll update packs and value in our sheet in due course. SBC, that menu guide is obviously, the link for that is in the description below as usual. But as I said, folks, let me know your thoughts about all these SBCs. As I said, the League and Nation basics I've left for now because obviously they're just like bronze and silver squads. Multi-League and Nation is partially gold, partially like silvers and bronzes or whatever. But we'll see when full release comes, or once the web app comes, I should say, once we can actually physically see them. But obviously, usually when we do these, it's usually thanks to EA Access, but we've just bought them ahead of time because of holidays and all that kind of stuff. We're just trying to get content ahead and working with the database early so that you guys know what to kind of expect and keep yourselves ahead. So let me know, folks, in the comments down below if you've kind of went these squads. As I said, in the menu guide, every squad is known as sorted, so that's what we always like to, if you've known us for over the years, that's what every squad has always been known as on Footbin, is sorted. Just makes it nice and easy. It's just been common practice really. Everyone knows it's me that's built it. But as I said, let me know your thoughts on all this. Take it easy all, thanks for watching. As I say, a bit of a long one, but take it easy all, and I'll catch you all later.